Right, it's just dry now. Demask it. Spray degreaser on this panel, and this is a good, if you spray this on, it's going to be wet, so it gives you an idea of what the panel's going to look like when it's sprayed. Now if you come down here quickly with your camera and move it up and down, you can see that we've got that. Nice and straight, no dents hugely visible. Build up of paint on there and it's dripped. Now you can be a bit lively with your finger. Keep that. I'm going to turn it round actually. Yeah. I'm going to have to sand that because that'll you'll end up seeing that. Right, once I've attended to this mishap here, I'm going to spray this area that I've done with the Lysa primer in a red. Because the main section here and up here is going to be black, and through the middle as well be black. Okay. Right. Mini spray gun. I've mixed up just a small quantity of a darker red than the one I want because I haven't got very much of the original red left, but I will have enough to cover this red. Makes sense. Right, I've remember that aerosol can snotted out. I blocked it, went over gently with the block with 500, then a sponge. I've blown it off, got the fans going. I'll just wipe this off the antiquated tack rag. The fans going. Right, I'll just go up here, round the edge, and through the middle here. I'm not pulling the trigger right the way back with this gun. I'm just dusting it on. And now through the middle here. Right. Okay, we're coming out here now and let that dry for a minute or so. So it goes satin or matte, and it's not a great deal of gloss there anyway, so I dusted it on there. I just wanted to give some coverage over the grey, because the correct colour will cover far better over this darker red. These small guns are great for small areas, so HVLP, high volume, low pressure, not particularly expensive. You pick them up for about £25–30. I paid £5 for that. So I'm just going to run a wee bit of thinners through this gun to clean out the darker red. Wipe it out. Bit of tissue. I've already put some thinners in this because it was quite dry. Just I should have plenty. Let's not count out. See now, this is now covering that darker red nicely. Going a little bit heavier. Right. Okay, that's that. leave that now. That to dry. Once that's dry in an hour or so's time, I can then mask on it. Mask the red out, mask the red out. Then I can apply the black. You see that? I used about half of what I had in there, and I went a bit heavy in the last. Whereas previously I said just don't worry about covering in the first coat, I was dusting this on and then did a heavy coat. If I'd have gone with a heavy coat to start with, I might not have been able to cover it. So that's why I erred on the side of caution by going around dusting it on. And once I felt confident it was going to cover nicely, I then went over with a heavier coat to give me full coverage.
Okay, again.
Right, this is going to be red. From here to here is black. This will be red. This will be black. This is going to be red, but it will be masked out down to here. That's just my guide, so I'm going to cut this tape in a moment. Right, ignore that. Right, now I've then got to go with the thicker as we have. Now it should be black. Quite bright here. Quite a lot. Three inches. 3 inches. You have to think in reverse. See, this is going to be black. This is going to be black. It's going to be a wide red stripe. A wide red stripe. A thin black stripe. All of this in the middle here is going to remain red. So my outer is 3 inches. Come here, we've got, it's just under 3 inches. So 2.5, I'm measuring it incorrectly there. 2.5. 2.5. Well, 2 3/4. Let's use my thumb, makes life. Right, so that's, we need to come down. Don't forget, ignore this. So we have right, measuring. Remember, right, this is black. Okay, right. I now hold that piece. Just follow this. Now go with the thinner. Just for masking. Right, we take this one out. Right, so we are going to have a wider red stripe and a thinner red stripe. This is going to be masked out, and this will be red. Or not. Yes. So I'm going to mask this section out. I'm going to cut this. Here. So this will all be black. Mask this out. Let's cut this with a knife. You should have, hopefully, this gap. Okay, so let's do it in. Oh God, let's use my thumb. My sharp knife. Do tape when you use this. The front here. Go over with the tape that's from the paper. With another bit of tape. Pushing down with my thumbnail. Right, now then. We've got to remember what bit we're marking out here. Is that going to be... I need to cut that bit there. And there. Alright, let's just double check. Black, red at the top, red down the front here. This is going to be a black up to here, wide red, narrow black. Okay, medium red line, a narrow black, a wide red band, a narrow medium, a narrow red, and then black, red. This will be black all the way up. Around the back. Okay, right, what I'm doing here is mixing black base coat, but into that black base coat I'm putting red metal flake, which is like red metal flake powder. I've already got some mixed up here. I'm going to tip that into the black base coat. And what that does, you can see it. I'll put some red. It's everywhere, literally everywhere. See it on the stirring stick there. It looks more multicoloured than red, and I use my old primer gun, because you do not want this paint in any other gun. Keep it not too bad if you get a bit of red flake in primer, but not in any other paint. Because as much as you clean your gun out, you'll get a bit of whatever flake you last painted will appear right in the middle of a panel that you're painting. A low pressure for this. This is a spray out card that I did when I did the original paintwork on it, and you can see the red flake there. Okay, now you offer it up to this, and this is not red. It's of my opinion that the colour of the flake has washed out whilst this flake has been in a... Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm not happy with that, so I've cleaned my gun out. See? Well, 2-to-1 of black base coats, and I'm going to add some fresh flake to it. get an idea of what it's going to look like on your stirring stick. You see, you can see quite clearly that's got red in it. So straight away I can see that's better.
Yeah.
See, that now matches my straight up top. Stir the gun. That's much better. Once you get some lacquer on this, I'm going to demask the whole what I spent. All that time making it smooth, and now look, it's all rough. But that's...
Yeah, it's close now.
That's better. Right, it's just dry now. Demask it. Pull the paper away from your paintwork, not against it. Look at that. Gets narrowed here. How does that happen? How would I fix that? I'd have to mask this here and with red spray that in. What I'm going to do, because this is rough, I'm going to seal this. This is going to need quite a few coats of lacquer because it's the metal flake. And what I will do is once I've sealed all this in and it's smooth, I can mask this up clearly. This. No need to panic. Now I mixed up 150 millilitres of high build primer. So I'm going to mix up 100 millilitres of clear coat at a ratio of 2:1, 2 parts. I'll put a good few coats of lacquer on this, or clear coat, however you want to call it. You can see, hopefully, maybe not, looks like a lot of dirt inclusion in there. It's not, it's actually the flake. And I've got a little bit of the line's going thin there. So I need to attend to that. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Yep, that's pretty good actually.